Thank you, Judy. She already shared a lot of tips and useful tips how to survive in Europe and also how to balance your study and to prepare everything in advance. So we will have another student to share her experience for exchange. So your degree is not the only chance to explore the world, but Katie is going to share her experience, how she worked and studied and in Switzerland. Yeah, okay.
Hi guys. Hello, 你好. So before I share my exchange experience, I'm going to introduce myself a bit. Yeah. So I'm Kathy Chen, and I'm from Hong Kong, and I was studying underwear, and I also work in the underwear industry for a few years in Hong Kong as a designer and also fitting technician. So in the year of 2018, I came to Taiwan, NCCU, to acquire my MBA degree. And then after a year, I went to Switzerland in the University of St. Gallen to start my exchange semester. So, just go back a little bit. Why I came to NCCU IMBA? It's because IMBA gives you the best opportunity to study abroad. So, as you know, we have two ways to go. So for either dual degree like Judy and or exchange program like me. So what's the difference? Because for me, IMBA, I always know IMBA students have the highest priority on the list to go to in the exchange program. So you get a comparatively higher chance to be accepted to go abroad, to study abroad. And for dual degree, your average grade need to be 85 or above. But on the other hand, you will get one more degree. Also for the dual degree program, there's actually 9 universities, and most of them are located in Europe. But for exchange program, because IMBA and CCU, we have a lot of sisters university all over the world. So you can study in Asia, in Canada, in the US, and also in Europe. And we can do maximum 2 semesters. So maybe this year, like last year, I went to Switzerland, or maybe next year, I can go to Japan, like this. But for dual degree, you will stay in the same country, the same university, for at least 1 year. So you can choose among those. And what's the motive? Maybe you can ask yourself, do you want to have an experience to live in a foreign country? Do you want to practice or learn a foreign language locally? Do you want to do cultural exchange? Do you have any specific university that you want to study in? Or there's some program that only that university have, so you can choose those. And maybe you also want to take a break from work because you will spend at least 1 semester in a foreign country. And for me, because I choose Switzerland. Why? Because I think Switzerland is so beautiful, and I want to live in Switzerland. But you also know that Switzerland, the living expenses is so expensive. So why not 1 semester? So I choose Switzerland. And I also want to travel around Europe. And do you know that actually Switzerland is located in the heart of Europe, like Austria, Prague, Germany, France, and Italy. So you can travel around. And I also want to learn and practice my German because I worked in a German company before named Triumph. So at that time I learned a bit of German. So I also want to practice more locally. That's why I choose Switzerland. And also the university that I choose, University of St. Gallen, ranked the 4th among the best business school in Europe. And they have the best master in management among Europe. So I choose University of St. Gallen. And also, I think that Switzerland is a comparatively safe country to live in. That's why. we also need to face the reality. The reality is about money. And you need to pay for the rent, you also pay for your living expenses, or you want to do a lot of traveling, you need to pay for it. And maybe there will be language barriers that you need to think about it. And maybe you don't like the type of food in your destination country, and you don't know how to cook. And definitely, you need to adapt to a new environment. And for me, the living expenses in Switzerland is the highest among Europe. So I spent a big portion of my personal saving after going to the exchange semester. But in Switzerland, you can get the best cheese and also the wine. They're so tasty. You need to try them. And also, St. Gallen is a small town located in the German-speaking area in Switzerland. So not every of them speak English, but it's also a good chance for me to practice German. And I do a lot of cooking because eating out is very expensive in Switzerland, but I also learn a lot of recipes, new recipes. So, except my traveling around Switzerland and some of the countries, I also think that it's very good for me. It's a good opportunity for me to learn from the classmates in the University of St. Gallen because they are so knowledgeable. They are very willing to express their idea constructively. So you can learn a very, very good way to do your work, do your presentation, and also learn new things from the professors. Because the cases they have provided to us is very, very new. And also, I also fill in my missing piece about the business environment in Europe, because normally when we study MBA program, it's more focused on the US and also in here, Taiwan. So I know more about the business environment in Switzerland and also about the European Union. And I learned German for free because every credit that you don't transfer from the exchange university, they will not count for the money. So I take as much as I can. And I got the chance to be invited by the university to teach the Chinese conversation course for the first time, so I'm quite excited. And because during the time is the time of COVID-19, so every of my class is delivered online. So it's also the first time that I tried online courses. And I do the most of the cooking and hiking in my life in Switzerland. And the life there is so much different from Taiwan and in Hong Kong. So grab the chance, apply it if you want. And if you have any questions, welcome to ask them in the Q&A question. Yeah, thank you.